my employment life has been connected to New Philadelphia City Schools. I have a former student who is an auctioneer who called me about 5 weeks ago and said, I have an auction on kind of a remote property, and there's this very large grand piano here. And he said, I just need you to come and talk to me about it and tell me what you know. So we made a time, we come out here, and my eyes widened when I saw this, because this ended up to be a German piano that was imported to the U.S. after World War II. The home that this piano is in belonged to Frank and Irmgard Varsen. Frank, from what I've been told, was a linguist with the Allied Forces, U.S., and he spent time in Germany, met his future wife, and war was over, and they moved back to the U.S. She came from a very musical family, and I am guessing that at her parents' passing, many of their effects were shipped over here. I could tell by the kind of furniture and furnishings that was in the house. This piano came. It is a Schiedmayer and Soehne from Stuttgart. And as I looked at this instrument, I saw great possibilities, but did not know what you could actually see about the condition of it. The house had been inhabited for around 12 years, so it's kind of set in this setting, lonely, I'm guessing, to getting to the place where the house went up for auction, and there was lots of action around here. The plans for the piano, there is an evaluation of it to check out the condition. From what we've found out so far today, it's kind of a unique instrument compared to many of the US-made instruments. The plan is to see how we can extend its life in a future setting. In New Philadelphia, we have the Kent State Performing Arts Center, and it would be my wish that we could somehow have the piano thoroughly gone through and then perhaps reside there in a concert hall setting.
Well, that's great. Thanks so much for your encapsulation of the history to date. You mentioned that they also played violin and cello.
Right. There were quite a few musical instruments that were here. There was approximately 4 or 5 violins. There was a cello here, and then I guess a very unique bass clarinet that brought quite a price. And so lots of music. I ended up at the auction. I've ended up with all the music that I'm aware of that was shipped over here. So we have an archive of music that we're certain was played on this instrument, which is going to be quite an interesting journey.
And that music you mentioned will be, some of it would end up with the Moravian.
Correct. Well, one of my functions is that I'm actually president of the board of the Moravian Music Foundation. And I've went through and sorted some of this music because it aligns with some of the 19th century things that we have in our vault. And it's going to be going there in October to be just kind of checked out to see how it aligns with what we have.
Well, thanks so much for your information.
You are welcome.